Kia ora everyone. Welcome to this video of hair measuring, hair straightening, and as always hair brushing and play. And as a guest today I have Priyanka again, and she has very long hair that I'm about to measure with this flexible tape measure. And I'm going to start from the top of her head and going all the way down to the ends of her hair. And I think it's so long that it's very difficult to do it with both of my hands. And I'm just going to measure the width of the hair in different parts, just because I think the measuring is a really tingly action. And I remember when I was at high school, my mom took me to our neighbor who was going to make a prom dress for me, and I still remember the tingly sensations when she took measurements, and then when I tried out the dress, it was just half done and she was just making some small adjustments. It was really nice and pleasant, and that's why I still like measuring and taking measures from the body or the clothes or the hair in this case. I'm just going to brush Priyanka's hair before we go to the straightening. And Priyanka naturally has straight hair, but it has a little bit of curves, as you can see at the bottom, and usually she strengthens her hair before she goes out, and this is why I think we are going to do it today as well. I'm going to just turn it on, and to be honest, I've never used this device in my entire life because my hair is straight and I don't really need it, but Priyanka showed me how to do it, and it's quite easy and straightforward, so I'm sure I will be fine. So I'll just start with the left side, and we'll pick up the small section of her hair and just run the straightener all the way to the ends of her hair, starting from the middle length, because I think the top part of her hair is quite straight, so we will just concentrate on the bottom part. And you can see a little bit of steam coming out of it. It's not unusual. The hair is a little bit wet, so it's just the water evaporating. It it's not damaging the hair at all. We are using low temperature, and the hair, the health of the hair will not be compromised. So just pressing a little bit more to straighten, and using maybe smaller section, just brushing it out a little bit more to make sure that all sections are straight, and clipping it and just going all the way, applying firm pressure on the device, and continuing the same exercise with the next section. The hair is, as you can see, very shiny, and as always look perfect. I wouldn't mind to have a slightly curly hair, but I guess it's good when you have options and you can do different hairstyle every now and then. It's not boring, especially if you have long hair and if you just like to keep it long. You need to come up with other things to look different. Not every day, but when you need it. And I think the hair straightening is one of the ways to make your hairstyle look fresh. Let's just making sure that the ends are ironed, and going to the middle section, and you can see that the hair is drier and it becomes more curly when it dries out. Just ironing it all the way down to the ends. And just switching sides and going to the right side of Priyanka and starting on the right section. Just moving slowly and making sure that the iron is not staying long in any parts of the hair, just smoothly moving it from the top to the bottom. And you can see that it's very flexible and easily done with the Priyanka's hair. Especially if you use small sections and take your time, because we are not in a hurry at all. We would like to enjoy this moment with you, just share it, making sure that you will get as many tingles as possible during this video. Keeping the straightened part of the hair in the front, so I actually know which part I need to do next, not mixing the straightened and still undone parts of the hair. Just like that. And this time we didn't apply any protective products, and Priyanka was saying that it is not needed when you're using the low temperature and when you are doing just a light straightening, not the heavy one. And it's very natural and not damaging to the hair. Just going through the last section, just in the middle, actually the bottom section, just a small one, and that's almost all done. I'm just going to turn it off, and we will move to the next part of this video, which is basically just hair brushing and a little bit of hair braiding. And this video, as always, has two versions. The first version that I upload at the end of the week of each week, it is a no talking version, and you will have a link to this version in the description below, but also at the beginning of the video. And the soft spoken version of this video is something that I know many of you enjoy and looking forward to. That's why, as always, we have two versions to satisfy the tastes of different people, but also to have the diversity, maybe even for those of you who just tired of talking and prefer to just quietly enjoy, or for those of you who may feel a bit lonely or maybe stressed out and just want to have a company. And we are really, really happy to be your company for this evening. In the comments, some of you also asked me about my top or sweatshirt, I like it a lot. It was a gift from my brother and sister-in-law who live in Germany at the moment, and it was a birthday gift. I actually unpacked this package in the video a couple of months ago, and it's still available. If you want to have a look, you're really welcome using the link that you will see in the video as well. I'm going to make a bit different type of braid now, which is really simple braid first, but then after a certain length you just pull two of the strings and it creates a different texture for the braid. So basically you just do normal braid and then you select two of the strings, two of the three, and just pull them, and it makes weird shapes in the braid, and you can use it in different bands, for example, or if you're just doing some hairstyle for a special occasion, for example, you can use this type of braid as a band, or joining the two of similar braids together in the middle. There are different things that you can do with it, and it also depends on the texture of the hair. Priyanka has a very smooth texture, but if you have a bit different texture, like if you remember Sam, my blonde friend with long hair, she had a bit different texture, and I think for her this type of braid will look completely different as well. So it won't be similar for all of us, but you can try it on your hair and just see how it feels. And this time I will do just a little very simple hairstyle with the twists. I just put the top ponytail through the hole in the middle and just leave it like that. I'm not going to pull it all the way through, but just leave it like that to create this little decoration, I would say, the natural hair decoration for your hair. And you also can leave it like that, or you can make another ponytail, the lower one, and do the same with the lower ponytail. Just tie the rubber band across the hair, and when you move the hair first time through the hole in the middle, just move it all the way through the hole, and when you do the next one, just don't finish it, just leave it like that. And you can also put different decorations or hair pins to make it look even prettier. This time I decided not to, but I'm going to comb the hairstyle to make sure that all the hair is smooth and look tidy and neat, just like that. And in the future you will see a couple of more videos with Priyanka, but as you know, now I live in different city. I just moved to South Island of New Zealand, and Priyanka stayed on the North Island, so we are not going to see each other that often anymore. Before we were neighbors, we just lived next door to each other in the same building. I lived on the second floor and she was on the first, and we both have cats and we have lots of in common, and really enjoyed the time that we spent together. It was really convenient to have a friend who was so close. So I'm just going to finish off this session by brushing her hair with massage brush, brushing it through all the way to the ends, from the bottom, running the massage brush along the scalp and starting from the forehead, and also using my hand to support the head, and slide my hands, just following the brush. I'd like to thank you all for your comments and see you next time.